Okay, FM 101.7.
Me kwa homa no so na me ne lawyer Tamakloe a private legal practitioner wasanso aid ema omampanyi dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Lawyer memo achi oba ade achi bia dwumedie so. Hello. Lawyer Tamakloe memo achi o.
Good ba me chiawa no pai. Ebe so line e faint kakra.
Ba se de yenko me giri se kakra kra beti ama me.
De me ya na say romantic voice no kwa na me.
Eya na wama radio bia ben wo kakra bi.
Dabi. Baby am won radio bi.
Radio bi ani ho ene ye ntra ye yenkoye. Ya te se a short commission a ye te ye fa ayewaso wazuagon ba elections no sakasaka esi ye na report no aba. Wada wuruma so nya bi akankan.
Ma kankan snipers of it.
Okay.
Me twa na mo crash menya bi. Ba Ghana publisher be say nye ready.
Na kakra na wonya kankan ye no, san e na wo hu wo mu gina ye a wo mu si ye no.
Ba jo say
kakra na wonya kankan no, san na wo hu report no.
Well, when we say me right from the beginning, the American say for commission of inquiry, and in your man a course so I also was for maybe in fairness now and yeah dear I mean he said the best approach should be a commission of inquiry. Then I mean we said their course no a bonnie. Their course no were crimes that were committed against innocent Ghanaians. And to after my mu ya shoot you be na men can say me no can say idea me lawyer may represent encyclophobia human rights court encyclophobia ye bo mutuo no ye court sia yes you attorney general court the issue na ye hunu say on that particular day no yeah, a course no. I mean, we saw it. In fact, UTV, my sister station, they are very, very invaluable in this whole discussion because almost there are no more raw footage of Nkropo Ayabo Mutu and no more that form a moja guho shell casing na go. And from the beginning, about yes, say, or the Commission of Inquiry bano media, they can say. Based on my little reading of Ghana 50 decision, and be sebi, Lanka enjoy commission of inquiry, and institute criminal investigation into the thing. The day I ever find this, why I had the bonnet, Attorney General Bitch made one among a prosecutor and the panel. But Uncle Banasa, say, a buying. The Vice President at the Commission. Into now a semi-crime client, we had to gradually go before the Commission to state our side of the matter. Into after almost 6 months now, or past 6 months now, I had the company at the reports now. Commission for the man 6 months ago at the Abetuga. Now, buying so at the Bibia can want a friend of white paper. That white paper no a government policy position on the issue. That's a government policy position on the issues by that is the buying a green a fact ejuma commission no na Oshia idea akoba say buying a rejected aspects of the findings of the commission and on recommendation. Idea Abanyejina so yes, for instance, one of the critical issues that came out was assault of St. George. Now, Commissioner who said yes, St. George was assaulted, and therefore recommended say, Unipana Udi say Jumadi, Yem prosecute Unipano for criminal assault. Now. It's instructive to note, say, they are buying are rejecting this particular recommendation, say, you prosecute you on the panel on the basis, say, the person was provoked. That the National Security Officer was provoked. The last time I make criminal law, won't me raise provocation in an assault case? Hello?
Meet you, pa lawyer.
Won't me? The minimum say murder, and as will be a woo near charge for the murder, and that which me raise the defense of provocation. At least that's the last time I make kind of criminal law. No? That is what I came across. So I find it a bit strange, say, in the case of criminal assault, no, it can be contended in a government white paper, say, the defense of provocation is enough. I find it extremely bizarre.
Lawyer say ejawo na wo ye mranimu ni na munimum mranso na se ebi a BBC na obi active se emre bi kra na obi ka se wo kwoto se obi ene wo yire da na se ebi a animu ho no a se wo bo nipa no tuo ana se wo bo no bibia
Yeah, me who said what kind Act 29 Hello?
Meet you, pa lawyer.
What kind Act 29? Oceans from section 50, 51, 52, Sanko P 54. Explaining those issues. Now, Ube who say, instance, our man, Ebia, who say, Obi, assaulted you, Obi, assaulted your spouse or your children. And in the process, no, we'll take some remedial measures. We'll take those remedial measures, no. And that process, no, nipane ewu. It's a charge you for murder. Now, with defense for that murder, and I say, one who say, in the case of murder, no, the ingredients against you, and they say, there must be death. That death should have been intentional. And it should be intentionally caused by harm from you. Now, you are saying that it's true. You caused the harm, but it was not intentional. It is as a result of provocation. And no crown, and much says that when you raise the defense of provocation, and you complete defense, it only serves as an extenuating circumstance. In the movie, the charge from to manslaughter. What am I saying?
Me too, as a lawyer.
But in an assault case, no, won't me raise the case that I was provoked as a legitimate defense for a criminal charge of assault. Into the example now, oh my, no, perfect. If at the end of the day you are charged for murder, and I will raise the defense, say, look, yes, I murdered this person because I found a person with pain so and brand or assaulted a biamere, and I'm a ma. And so in the process of defending myself, no, and the whole thing, and they say, the reason why the defense of provocation comes, and they say, at that time you are deemed to have lost your power of self-control. It will even a murder case where the person raises the defense of provocation. If it's established, say, the manner in which he retaliated, he said that he had an opportunity to regain his power of self-control. That defense will not inure to your benefit. And the case law on it is very clear. For instance, which will be a provoke you. The Lord deems said, from the time when they provoke you, anytime I will go fight you, it's enough time for you to regain your power of self-control. So, say, who to an amobi cry say, attacking the pana, it should be contemporaneous. It should be instantaneous. As to show, say, you've lost your power of self-control. But in fact, there is a classic case: two families, rival families, almost treat you in a chieftaincy dispute. No, be woo. You charge you almost for murder, almost defense provocation, that the rival group will provoke them. Continue say, you have already been preparing for the thing. Where lies the provocation? So I find it extremely bizarre. Conclusion by government in this case of assault, the defense of provocation is a legitimate defense to be raised. I find it extremely bizarre.
Lawyer, now chance na wo ka bibi say esi ye no na wo de wugidi se na ehu hia se ebetu commission of inquiry bia e say ade ne de bonofo sem na akoso
so one who say Ghana at 50 decision my reading of it about say be a wa appear, and in this case I am making a recommendation of this nature or the right of appeal to the court of appeal. What I say, and I also Ghana at 50 decisions so Sekobashi will use the findings of the commission and so on. Why wouldn't the legal challenges Obenya? In Sinami, the initially, so with this background on Ankebeya, there are crimes that were committed, firearms and others were deployed. Should say any of them infringes the laws of this country, the criminal laws of this country, and criminally prosecute the people. So there was no need for the commission of inquiry. That for me was my opinion on the matter right from the beginning.
So obi beka say lawyer say ye ban elections e to be a wonte na how be asi e tinka ye commission say no nka ye say prevention is better than cure e be boya me ehun de de ba say de be ya dachi bi sa ade no e bi nsi bi
o man pani reject here say me say see ade akoba na me say 2020 that's why they ram. If my reading of the report is anything to go by, I say me because maybe in the process, police need be assaulted or man penny crab it me a bit now so the person was provoked. Or man penny saying you're no be getting into the 2020 election. Some for national security atade na show wono omu mfim ne o akache embolden them ashomo kna so ultimately at the end a man will come to your defense.
And the lawyer say we share aban in a white paper or the aban no ye government policy position e wo commission no ejina ye na wo masie no a wo share ye ntimi prosecute obi ana aja una be education kakra.
Under Article 88, whose responsibility is it to initiate criminal proceedings? And you Attorney General.
No correct.
Onona the principal legal advisor to the government. And
no correct.
Could the government have issued a white paper without the involvement of the Attorney General? Attorney General is, so if the advice of the Attorney General was sought and they came to the conclusion that there was no basis for prosecution, who will go to court? Who else under the Constitution has the power to initiate criminal prosecution unless the Attorney General?
Okay. Yem fancy here so we say afei na wanya nyankakran kakran nti nyame adom na wonya commission report na kenkan ni nyina na asan baba bedi nkomo yo meso me dance yo lawyer Eduji Tamakloe were a private legal practitioner were aide to former president His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and ye no atwetwe nkomo.
Okay FM 101.7